Okay, so in the last class we have discussed about if, else, and else if. So I've given you an assignment as well. I think, yeah, I think you guys did it. And we also discussed about validation program and so nested if, else, and else if statements. Okay, so all that we have did. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and we have created a sample uh, backend kind of logic. So to do the login validation kind of program. Okay, so I hope you guys have a good idea as of now. So fine, let's continue with the next topic, while loop. Okay, so there is a small change between if I mean if else and while loops actually. So we have clearly know that if else requires a condition, right? So for an if, the condition should be true, then only the inside statements will be executed. Okay, whatever the statements that are inside if, they will be executed, only the condition is true. Okay, but what if the condition is failed? So if the condition is failing, then if condition, so what are the statements inside the if, they won't be executed, simple, right? So same here with the while also. Okay, so while condition, okay, while condition, and then there are set of statements. Okay, there are some set of statements. This is what happens. Okay, this is what happens with while loop. But only difference between if else and while conditions are, this particular condition in while loop, whichever you are writing, okay, that condition should fail. For sure it has to fail. Okay, at a point of time, see, initially your condition, whatever the requirement, whatever the criteria that you are writing, it needs to meet that criteria. Once it is meeting that criteria, okay, once it is meeting that criteria, it has to stop. Okay, it has to stop. Okay, it has to stop executing that loop. Okay, so there is a change. So once this comes to this part, okay, so once in if the condition is true, this particular line, okay, this particular line will be executed once, that's it. Okay, once, and then it will stop. Okay, it won't repeat again. But in while loop, okay, this particular condition will be keep on checking until the condition gets failed. Okay, until the condition gets failed, it will keep on it will keep on executed. Okay, so that's actually a bad thing. Okay, that's actually a bad thing. So why? Because if you do not have a fail condition, okay, if you do not have a fail condition, it will keep on executing, consuming all the memory in your system to the same function. Okay, it will be allocated to the same function, and your system might get stuck. Okay, that's what the like biggest challenge you can say with the while loops. So always you have to, okay, always you have to try to make sure that a while loop is failing. Okay, will fail, you always should be in that thought. So first and foremost thing that you need to think is, so make sure while loop has a fail condition. Okay, a fail condition. Okay, so otherwise it won't get stopped. Okay, it won't get stopped. That's the case here. Okay, that is the case. So yeah, that's the thing. And if it is always true, then it leads to an infinite loop. Okay, if the condition is never false, okay, okay, is never failing, then it leads to infinite loop. Okay, that means this particular condition will execute and the condition is true again, this set of statements will be executed continuously, keep on executing. This is the thing that you have to keep in mind, okay, while you are writing a while condition, okay, while loop. So while loop is very very important, okay, or you can say you have to be very cautious when you are writing a while loop. So that's why it is very very challenging to do a while. Okay, now let's start with a small infinite loop program so that you will clearly understand. Okay, we know that if true, if I say print success, okay, so what happens is success will be printed one time. Okay, success will be printed one time. But the same thing if I do with while instead of if, while. Okay, guys, syntax is same. Okay, so while and then condition, if and then condition, while and then condition. Okay, and after that there is colon and then a tab space. Okay, there is a colon and then there is a tab space. Okay, that's it, colon and then tab space. So execute it now. It keep on executes because there is no fail condition here. I just simply wrote while true. Okay, true is always true, it is not going to become false. Okay, I need to stop this kernel so that it stopped manually. Okay, manually I'm interrupting that. Okay, I have did a keyboard interrupt by stopping this one. Okay, so you always need to make sure this kind of thing should not happen. That means always your condition should never become true, always. Okay, always. So it has to be true, but for a particular time or until it meets your criteria. Okay, once that is done it should fail. Okay, so that is the case here. So this is how you might reach to infinite loop. Okay, so this one you can stop it. Okay, this one also you can stop it by executing one time by putting a break. Okay, so break means this will execute. Okay, and then it will stop, that's it. So you are just breaking it. Breaking means sudden stop. Okay, suddenly you are stopping it. So after one single execution it will stop. We are not writing how many number of times it has to execute and then it has to stop after that. We are not writing. So we are directly writing while true. That means it is always true. So and then it will print success and then it will break. Break in the sense it will stop directly. Okay. So one time it has executed. Previously it has executed unlimited number of times. Okay, unlimited number of times previously it was executed, right? You are seeing. So I've seen that there is unlimited number of times it was executed and I have manually interrupted it. But now I have executed once and then I used a keyword called break. Okay, keyword called break. So when you are using break, then that means it is called as a sudden stop. Your program, wherever your program is there, it will just directly stop there. Okay, it will directly stop the program there itself, whether it is in the middle or the start or wherever it is, it will just stop it. Okay, that's what the usage of break. So mostly break we'll be using in this while loop. Okay, because we are not sure. Okay, so we have to make sure that our program should be stopped. Okay, so if you are writing a correct conditions, okay, while your condition is failing at a point of time, then it is okay. Okay, then it is okay for you guys to continue with it. Otherwise you have to make sure you are writing some break statements, so otherwise uh, it will lead to infinite loops. Okay, so that's what the usage of break, okay, in while loop. Yeah, okay, fine. So this is how we write, this is how the syntax of while loops work. Okay, so let's do a small very basic program in while loop. Okay, so while is someone texting or what? No, right? Okay, okay, fine. So let's do a small program. Okay. Mm, okay. So while, so let's write a condition and let's make it fail, okay, at a point of time. So I'll print all the numbers, okay. I'll print some, let's say some starting 10 numbers, okay. Let's say I'll print 10 numbers, okay, and we'll see how we can use the operators also inside our conditions, okay. So let's say I'll take a number is equal to 0. Initially my number is 0, and then while number is less than 10, okay. So I'll just print some 0 to 9, okay. So when it is reaching 10 it has to stop, okay. When it is reaching 10 it has to stop. So I'll print that number, okay. I'll print that number, and then once I'm printing it, then I need to increase the number so that so initially I'll check the number with 0, 0 less than 10, okay, and then it goes back again and it again checks the condition, okay. So the number will have to change, okay, until it reaches 10, 10 less than 10 it will fail, okay. 10 less than 10 it will fail, otherwise it won't fail, right? So 10 less than 10 or 11 less than 10, something like that, it will fail, right? So I have to change this number. I need to do some change for this number. So what I'll do is number plus is equals to 10, okay. Remember this assignment operators that we have did, okay. So this is simply nothing but number is equal to number plus 10, okay. That's the meaning of this symbol, okay. Number is equal to number plus 10 is num plus 10, sorry, I'll just do 1, okay. So I'm just incrementing with 1, not 10, okay. So that means now 0 will be converted to 1, okay. Now 0 will be converted to 1. So 1 less than 10, okay, and again it goes back and again it will be incremented to with 1. So 1 2 less than 10, and then again it will be incremented here, okay. So after that 3, it will become 3, okay, and then it goes back. So 4 less than 10, something like that, okay. So let's execute. So you can see here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, okay, till 9 0 to 9 it is printing, okay. So whatever the number that is satisfying the condition, all those numbers are printing here. So when it is reaching to number 10, okay, when number plus is equals to 1 is reaching to 10, so it goes back to this part and it does check here 10 less than 10, so then it fails, okay. This works something like this. So initially my number is 0, okay, so it does like this 0 less than 10, which leads to true, right? And then it prints 0, okay. And then what happens, number is equal to number plus 1, which is number is equal to 0 plus 1, okay. Now number is 1, right? It goes back to the loop, okay. As while is the loop, it keeps going on until the condition is failed. Till now the condition never failed, right? So now number is incremented, number is equal to 0 plus 1, so number is now 1, okay. Number is changed to 1. So now this will change, the condition will change. So what? So 0, instead of 0 it will go to 1. So 1 less than 10, the condition is still true. Now we'll be printing, instead of 0 we'll print 1, and then instead of 0 it will become 1 plus 1, okay. And then goes back again. So now as it is incremented to 1 plus 1, it changes back here 2 less than 10. So 2 less than 10 is true again, so it will print 2, and then here again the number will be changed to 2. 2 plus 1, so again it goes back till 3. 3 less than 10 is true again, it prints 3 again, it is incremented to 3. So until it reaches a point called 9, okay. So once it is reached 9, so that means, so once we are printing 9 and then 9 plus 1 10 happens, it goes back and it checks here with 10. 10 less than 10, okay, 10 less than 10, okay, will become a false condition, so it stopped executing there. Okay, it stopped executing there. This is how we are printing the numbers based on our criteria. Okay, our criteria satisfied, we need to print some 10 numbers. Okay, starting 10 numbers, so we are printing those 10 numbers and then we are stopping it. Okay, so we have our criteria successfully matched. Okay, we have our criteria successfully matched and then stopped. That's it. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood. So if anyone have any doubts, you can just ask me here. Okay, I'll give a I will give a minute or two for you guys. So meanwhile, I'll write a question so that you can, if you have any questions, you can directly ask me. So to find okay, so let's say this is my question. Hope you guys don't have any doubts in the previous one. Okay, so now write a program to find even numbers between 1 to 100. So we clearly know where to start checking and where to stop checking. Okay, where to start checking. We know that I am clearly asking between 1 to 100. So we need to start the program at 1 and we need to stop the program at 100. Okay, so I clearly know my number is starting with 1. Okay, and my number should end with 100. Okay, so number should end with 100 means it should be equal to 100, right? So if the number is like we know that if it is divisible by 2, then obviously it's an even number, right? So here I'm going to include an if. Okay, if, because if it is divisible, then only we say that it is an even number, right? So that's why I'm writing an if condition. Okay, that's why I'm writing an if condition. So if number percentile by 2, remember the percentile operator, okay, or you can say modulus operator. Okay, when you are doing modulus operator, it gives the remainder. Okay, it gives the remainder. So a number divided by 2, the remainder, if it is 0, okay, if the remainder is 0, then it is an even number. So if the remainder is 1 or other than 0, okay, whatever, so it will be an odd number. Okay, so let's try. So you need to use double equal to, so that whatever the output, whatever the remainder that comes for this operation, if it is matching 0, then that is an even number. So I'll say print is even number, something like this. So this will be the number, and then at last we shouldn't forget to increment number plus is equals to 1. Okay, same kind of code like above. Okay, same kind of code like above, but I'm just adding a small piece of logic, okay, for our criteria matching. Okay, so simply execute it. So I'm getting all these numbers. Okay, 2 4 6 8 10 12 13, sorry, 12 14 16, all that. Okay, so write a program to find even numbers between 1 to 100. So number less than or equal to 100, so which is starting with 1 less than or equal to 100. Okay, and then it checks the condition. Once it is checking, if this condition fails, this will not execute, and if this condition is true, then this will execute. Okay, and then number will be incremented back. Okay, so then it changes to 2 less than 100, 3 less than or equal to, 4 less than or equal to, and so on. Okay, So that's how it is going to work. Okay, so this is how we can do with even numbers, and you can do the same with the odd numbers and all. Okay, these are all simple basic programs, but I would like to show you. I would like to show you one more. But so if anyone have any doubt in this one, so you can just ask me. You can stop me here. Yeah, yeah.
Example, if I just put number percentage 2,
Hmm.
that should be right.
So if number percentile by 2 means, so let's say 2 percentile by 2, I'll get 0. Then that means my condition will fail here. If 0, if I write.
Okay. Okay.
So if 0 is going to fail and it will never print any even number.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's with the odd numbers, then what would be the condition?
You can simply put not equal to.
Not equal, not equal to zero.
That's it. If you put a not equal to. So obviously, so
But what if now we are given a condition saying number is divisible by 2, but if the number is 1 and if it is divisible by 2,
sorry, if number is
if number is 1
okay.
and it is not divisible by 2.
Hmm. So obviously your remainder is not equal to 0, right?
Okay, so that.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I'm done. Good.
No, nothing. Nothing is a dumb question. Okay, fine. Thanks for your doubts. Anybody? Any other questions? Okay, fine then. So let's go to one more question. So you can stop me anywhere if you find anything, if you have any questions. Okay. So now, mm, so I'm going to do a small lottery question here. So before doing this one, I'd like to show you one thing. In Python, so generally, so we have packages, lots and lots of packages. Compared to other programming languages, Python has the capability of doing lots of stuff. Okay, we in Python we can do web applications, we can do Android applications. Okay, we can do iOS applications. Okay, so we can do desktop applications, we can do web applications. Okay, UI desktop site, sorry, UI sites. Okay, the websites and all. Okay, and artificial intelligence applications and all. So because of that, in Python there are lots and lots of packages. Okay, so packages in the sense, okay, if you want to use scientific calculations, say for example, so directly you don't need to write lots and lots of logic for that. Okay, it was already whatever the logic that are there behind those scientific calculations. So there is already a package. All that logic is embedded into one particular package, and it was there in Python already. So you just need to import that package. Okay, so you can do import like this. Okay, import that particular package name. Okay, so SciPy. It is called scientific Python. Import SciPy. Import NumPy. Sorry, import NumPy. Numerical Python, scientific Python. So like that there are different packages. Import math. Okay, it is math package. Okay, mathematics related. Okay, and import there are something else, RE, regular expressions. Okay, like this there are lots and lots of packages. Okay, so if you import, just import, and you can use these packages with the functions associated with those packages. Okay, so of course these are mostly used packages later in our in our whole course. These packages for sure we'll be using, But now I want to introduce you for one package which is called random. Okay, so in this lottery game I would like to introduce you with this package, so so that it will be clearly understandable about the logic. So generally how the lottery works, so we know, right? So generally everyone will get a ticket. Okay, everyone will get a random ticket. Okay, so that lottery will have some random numbers completely. Okay, so but ultimately only one person will be the winner. Okay, that winner the winner's ticket should match with the same numbers. Okay, with the winning lottery number, right? So if it is exactly matching, then only that person is winning the lottery. This is the simple logic behind the lottery. That's how the lottery works. Okay, but let's say if 100 people are taking the lottery tickets, or 1,000 people are taking the lottery tickets, it's completely random, right? The numbers on the lottery ticket are completely random. Okay, we don't know what is the particular numbers, what is the particular pattern. Okay, how the pattern of the numbers, how they are arranged, all those numbers are completely random. Okay, there's no particular pattern for that, right? So here we are also going to create a small replica kind of program for that lottery. Okay, but we are not going to make a large patterns and all. Okay, but we are just going to guess some numbers. Okay, so and then we are just going to match the numbers with the guesses. Okay, so so first of all, let's see this random, how this works. Okay, so let's do this random dot random. I am just showing you what is required for this program. Okay, I'm not going deeper into the random package and all. Okay, I'm just showing you what is required. So random dot randint between, let's say, 0 to 100. So in between 0 to 100, I am just generating one random number. It is 13. Okay, now again if I execute the same cell, it will give some other number. Okay, between 0 to 100, it includes 0 and 100 also, guys. Okay, it includes 0 and 100 also. So between 0 to 100, I'm just generating a random number. Okay, I'm just generating a random number. So execute again, 19, executing again, 87, some 10. Okay, 24, something 29. Okay, so the random packages provides, okay, the random package is providing the future for us to do this operation. Okay, so it just gives us the random integer. So rand int is basically giving the random integer. So I can give any range. Okay, I can give any range. I can give 1 lakh, 10 lakhs. Okay, whatever it is. Okay, I can give negative number also, minus 670, in between that, or I'll give larger number. Okay, minus. Okay, so negative numbers also works. Okay, so I can give any range. Okay, you can give any range. So that's what you can do. So let's do something like this. Okay, so between 0 to 10. So because in between 0 to 10 the range is very less, so the guessing number is like we can guess these numbers, because the probability is very high. Okay, because it is between these numbers only. Okay, okay, so now what I'll do is I will generate a random number. Okay, so let me generate a random number. So I have generated a random number between 0 to 10. Okay, I don't know what is that number. Okay, I clearly don't know what is the number. So it is between 0 to 10. What I'll do is I'll give you three chances. Okay, so given three chances, guess the correct number. Guess the correct number and win the lottery. Okay, this is my thing. Okay, this is my question. So for this one, let me show you how I wanted to write this one. I clearly mentioned that there are three chances. Okay, there are three chances. So my chance number, so number I will give you, let's say chance 0 or chance 1. Okay, let's start with 1 2 3 like that. So while chance is less than or equal to 3, okay, that means even if it is 3, even if it's third chance, my condition will be succeeded. Okay, and I'll increase the chance, guys. Okay, I'll increase the chance. Now in between I'll write the code. Okay, I'll write the piece of code. Now I have already generated the random number. Okay, I will have to guess that number. Okay, so guess. Okay, so I'll give some input. uh, Please enter your guess number. Okay, something like this, and I will convert that into integer only. Okay, even if you are inputting any float number also, now I'll convert it into integer. Okay, so you have to enter your input, and then the next thing is, if your condition, okay, if your sorry, if your guess is matching with a random number, then what I have to do, print, okay, print uh, it's a match, you won the lottery. Yeah. Okay, something like this. So you have guessed a correct random number, and then you won it, and it's a match, you won the lottery in, so let's give the chance number also, in 1 chances KF, and here I'll put the chance. Okay, I'll put the chance number. So you won the lottery in, let's say, 1 chance or 2 chances or 3 chances, something like that. So once you are like, let's say, in the first chance itself you guess the correct number. Okay, you don't need to go back and check again. Okay, you can directly stop here itself. To make it a stop, what we can do is we can put a break here, because after first chance you are winning, then that's the end of the program. You don't need to again check second time or third time. Okay, you don't need the second or third chances. Okay, even if you are winning in the second chance, you don't need to go for the third chance. Okay, because in the second chance we win it. Fine. So you can simply stop the execution there itself by putting the break. Okay, by putting the break. So if the guess number is equal to random number, then it is done. Else what we can do is we can increase our chance. Okay, you can put increase our chance, and you can say print, saying that it's not a match, it's not a match, please try again. Okay, please try again, something like this. Okay, so we are increasing the chance and you are printing it. Okay, so now let's execute this one. So please enter your guess number. So let's say, and it is in between 0 to 10. So we forgot to increase the range, inputting the range. Okay, but let's do. So 9, it's not a match, please try again. 8, 7. So all these three are not exactly the matches. Of course we have to print, at last we have to print it, guys. Okay, so print So there is one thing that for a while loop you can also write else. Okay, you can also write else. In other programming language there is no such thing called while else, but only in Python there is this concept called while else. And else is not mandatory. Okay, you don't need to mandatorily write else, so it is optional completely. Wherever if you wanted to write, you can write it. Okay, so I'll print the guess number is, okay, sorry, the random number is here I don't need to write once. Okay, let's write here the random number is write F here. Okay, and then it's a match. You won the lottery in the chance one A. Okay, fine. I'll write something like this. Equalized with the random number, so I'll put guess and random number. Okay, and here I don't need to put, so only then only once it is matching only I'll get to know what is a random number. Okay, otherwise I will not get to know. Now I execute. I don't know what is a random number yet till now. Okay, even I don't know, because I haven't executed that. Sorry, I haven't seen what is a random number yet. So let's do one thing. So 0, oh, it's 0 actually. So it's a match. You won the lottery in one chance. Okay, that's it. So this is how I'm inputting. So I can also put the range here. So please enter your guess number between 0 to 10, something like this. Okay, it's a small change. Okay, so this is how when we are entering our number, so that's how we are changing. So let's put this here, so that now the random number will be changed, and it won't be, I hope it won't be 0, but of course there is a chance for being 0 again. So let's try. So it's not 0 now. Let's do some 8, let's do some 5. So the random number is 6. Okay, the random number is 6. So we gave 0, 8 and 5. So the random number is actually 6. Okay, of course we can less our probability, so that your chances might increase in that. But however, so it's completely pure luck. Of course we know that that's how lottery works. Okay, so yeah, so this is some basic lottery question. So I hope you guys understood. Any doubts in this one? No questions? Okay, fine then. So okay, fine then. So I hope it was clear then for you. So moving on, so they like this is how generally while loop works. Okay, so while with the condition, and so with the set of statements inside it. Okay, the set of statements, and then it is going to uh, print your set of statements inside it, and then it is going to stop once the condition is failed. That is with the while loop. Okay, and yeah, that's it with while loop. And I will go with for loop. Okay, so I'll just introduce before for loop. I need to introduce you to one more small thing called generators. So we call this generators, or you can simply say the sequencers, or of course sequence generation, something like that. Okay, so basically this is something like this, a function called range. Okay, range. So previously here we have generated 0 to 9, right, numbers, and here we have generated all the even numbers, right? So that thing can be happened simply using a range. Okay, so a range is like indexing. So in indexing, what you have: start, stop, and step. Similarly, in range also you have start, stop, and step positions. Okay, start, stop, and step. So range of, let's say, I'll give a start of 0 and I'll give a stop of 10. So we know that by default step is always 1, right? So range of 0 to 10 is an generator, and if you see the values of this range, you need to apply some data structure like this. So you can see a list of range of 0 to 10 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The same output we got here. So you just need to mention starting value and stopping value, or else more simplified way is that if you put range of 10, by default it takes, if it is 10 or any other number greater than 0, it considers that as the stopping number. Okay, if it is only the single number, it will never consider as a start number, it will consider as a stopping number only, because it needs a stopping number. Okay, it needs a stopping number, range needs a stopping number. So range of 10 is basically going to be range of 0 to 10, and if I apply list of range of 10, it's going to be the same. Okay, it's going to be the same. And list of range of 0 to 100 with a step of 2. Okay, it gives you 0 to 98, and we know how indexing works. It doesn't take the last number, it takes only the last minus 1, n minus 1 number. So if you want to include 100 also, you have to put 101 is also fine. So it will be 100 because n minus 1 will be included. So 101 minus 1 is 100. So 100 is divisible by 2, so it is there. So previously 100 minus 1 is 99. 99 is not having it's not going to be a step of 2, so that's why it is not going to be present there. Okay, 0 2 4 6 8 10 like that, it is going to be there because our step is 2. Okay, our step is 2. Otherwise you can change your step. List of range of 0 to 100 with a step of 3. So 0 3 6 9 12 15, so all the odd numbers with starting with 0. Okay, starting with 0, something like this. And I'd like to show you one more thing, list of range of 0 or else let's say 400. So let's give 500 to 400. So we know there is reverse indexing, right? So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and so on. The same thing here also. I wanted to print the numbers reversely directly. Okay, let's give minus 5 here. So 500, 495, 490, 485, 480, because 500 minus 5. Okay, so which is 495. 495 minus 5, 490, 485 minus 5. So till it reaches 405. Okay, so till it reaches 405, because it doesn't go till this last part. Okay, it doesn't go till the last part, 400. Okay, that's why it reaches 405. Okay, that's why it reaches 405. That's it. Okay, because it is reverse indexing, so it doesn't go to 400 minus 1, it goes to 400 plus 1 kind of. Okay, it's 400 like that. So it works like this in the range. Okay, so like this you can do print this a lot of numbers. Okay, whatever the range that you want, you can print. Okay, so you don't need to do a while loop to print a condition. Okay, so you don't need to do all that. Okay, so 4000 minus 5000, so let's give some 50 to whatever it is ranges. Okay, so whatever you want, you can give like this. So this is how a range works. Okay, so range is very important while we are going to do a for loop. Okay, so for loop requires this range topic, so that's why I have introduced you for this one today. Okay, so I hope you guys understood. If you guys have any doubt in this one, please ask me. Okay, okay, fine then. I hope you guys don't have anything. So let me stop today's class at here. So tomorrow we'll be going with for loop and we'll stop. Sorry, we'll complete the for loop tomorrow completely. Okay.